Welcome to video number 14 with this WordPress media that we're going to cover. And in the previous videos, we had a look at creating content, inline styling content for your posts and pages. And what we're basically going to do in this video is we're going to add some more media to our pages, and we're gonna style it a bit so it looks a bit better than what we currently have. So if I go back to where we were, you can see that we created a bit of inline styling, but it's still very dull because we haven't added any images to it yet. And that's the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to start adding images to our content styling. So if I go back to the edit page section, just click update because we want to make sure that everything is updated. And the second thing we're going to do is because we are using our HTML, it's not really going to be beneficial if we use our visual. It's going to make it pretty confusing to work on. So we're going to continue using our HTML section or our HTML editor section. What we're going to do is we're going to start adding images, and for that I'm going to add a div so that the images can rest in. And I'm going to go and add the media button. And when we talk about media consists of anything mediaable. You get different mediums, and you can add different medias to your mediums. So what we can do is we can go ahead and upload a file, and I'm just gonna go, before I upload, I'm just gonna go to Google, and I'm gonna say landscape image, and I'm gonna go to images because I just want a nice and big landscape image that I can use to for this demo. So if I open this picture up of Canada, and I'm going to view the original size, I'm just going to hit save, and I'm just going to hit it, save it in my downloads, and I'm going to go and add this to my downloads. And basically what I'm doing is I'm uploading my my media. Now on the right hand side, you need to, and this is quite crucial for SEO development, you want to go and just add in, I'm just going to say wallpaper, right? And in good practice, you will not do this because you will, you'll interfere with copyright protection. So always make sure that you buy the images. But I'm only doing this because it's an example video. So in the caption, you would go, "This is a picture of landscaping that can be used for wallpapers." That's the caption, and you're going to make the same for the description. Alt text is alternative text, and that is when the image cannot render. So I'm just going to say wallpaper. Once you're done with that, it gives you attachment type settings. You can either say alignment, left, center, or right. You can say which you want to link it to, and the size of it. So I'm going to say full size. Well, I'm going to say no, let's make it full size because I want to use the full size of this picture for what I want to do right now. So I'm going to say insert picture, and you would see that it inserted it into your divs that we just created. So if we go and we save or we update and we say view page, you would see that it's got a huge picture of that just below your boxes, and you can see it says that this is a picture of landscaping that can be used for wallpapers, and that's what we added into the caption, right? And that's when you normally want to add a caption to your picture. So now we've got a very nice little picture here. But let's say I wanted to add this picture or move this picture inside of this boxes I have. So that is basically what I'm going to show you now, is how to do that. And to do that, we're going to style our divs, and we're going to make it we're going to start off by creating an inline style, and I'm going to say position absolute, and then I'm going to say top 0px. I'm going to say left 0px. Once I do that, I'm just going to double check that everything is correct. Position absolute or top 0, 0, and I'm going to say update and see if that works. So for some reason it's not working, and that's the whole thing about about WordPress, is you need to play around to see what works. So if that doesn't work, then we got to start moving the actual image upwards, and that's what we're going to do. The next step is basically going just going to highlight all of that, and I'm gonna say margin top, and I'm gonna say minus 300. I'm gonna start off with that. Just gonna remove this top and this left. I'm gonna hit update. Let's see what happens. So do you see, at the end of the day, you need to play around to see, you know, how this is actually going to work. And I see my error right there. It's because I didn't do it equal. So I'm going to go back and do the whole position absolute. And we're going to go top 0px and left 0px. It's all about point of elimination. If something doesn't work, you need to go into bug fix mode and try to fix it. So, and that's kind of what I did. Now, so position absolute, top 0px, left 0px. I'm going to hit update. And there you go, my image moved up, but that's not really what I wanted, right? I've moved it up, but you know, it's so it's so big right now, and it's in front of everything. So we can now go and say, okay, absolute's definitely not going to work for what we want to do. We want to put it in the background. We want to move it up, but you know, we don't want it the way it's now. So I'm going to change margin top. I'm going to say minus 300 px, and that's basically going to move the whole picture upwards if everything is successful. Now you see that, you know, web development's all about, you know, trial and error. If it doesn't work, you see it doesn't work, and currently it's not working at all. It's screwing up my whole design, and that's what you got to bear in mind if you kind of do the whole web development, is that, you know, you're going to have a lot of times where you're going to go, okay, how am I going to style this around to get what I want, you know? And playing around with your settings and playing around with your diffs is going to actually create that for you. So in the next part 2, I'm going to show you how to get this image into the back, and how to make everything float on top of it.